Man in his pursuit for excellence endeavors to explore paths untread. Man in his passion to be successful challenges the past and creates the future. Change is all that he has to manage. Creativity and innovation is what he needs to manage change that passes by each one of us all the time. To manage change in all facets of your life, there is one organization that can help you with Our vision is to help people achieve their full potential. At Ideas Management Consultants, we have several programs and a lot of products of Dr. Edward Bono that help individuals and organizations achieve their full potential.
The first point I want to make is the difference between intelligence and thinking. Intelligence is like the horsepower of a car, it's the potential of the mind. Thinking is like the driving skill, the operating skill, how we use our intelligence. And thinking is a skill that can be learnt, taught, can be improved directly and explicitly.
There is a lot of focus on innovation in the world, but not enough focus on what innovation really is. The tools and techniques that really let us innovate. We have found that Dr. De Bono has provided us with tools for innovation and creativity, giving us a solid platform to help our clients generate ideas.
There are several thinking skills training programs that we offer. The first one is Parallel Thinking, the basis of 6 Thinking Hats, a world-famous training program.
That is based on an understanding that argument is a very inefficient, crude, and primitive way of exploring a subject. There are about 5 different reasons for that, like you just find points to attack, you start with what you want to reach at the end rather than explore. So 6 Hats is parallel thinking. Everyone at any moment is thinking and looking in the same direction. The direction is symbolized by a particular color of hat.
We can save the amount of time that we spend in meetings, and 6 Hats gives us the tools to do so.
We want to make sure everyone's on the same page and everyone is looking at the same issue from the same direction, coming up with solutions from different perspectives. 6 Hats brings everyone on one page and from then on to different solutions.
The second is lateral thinking, how to get creative ideas in the shortest possible time.
Lateral thinking is to do with deliberate, formal creativity. Instead of sitting and waiting for inspiration to hit you, instead of saying it's enough to have a brainstorming session, there are deliberate, formal tools of lateral thinking which you can use directly, deliberately to generate ideas.
In order to generate solutions, you need to understand and recognize what your problems are, especially if you're in a collaborative environment.
The third is analytical thinking skills, where we offer the direct attention thinking tools, now called the Power of Perception program.
That is directly to do with perception, enlarging perception, looking more deeply, looking more richly, and so on. And specific thinking tools where you can instruct yourself to look in a certain direction. Research at Harvard shows that 90% of the errors in thinking are not errors of logic at all, but areas of perception. And if you see the world very narrowly or very egocentrically or only now, then your behavior is inappropriate. If we teach ways of improving perception, you see more broadly, you see more alternatives, you see more into the future, you see other people's points of view. And that is the key area of thinking, perception. Once you perceive things more fully, your behavior will be more effective.
We also provide trainer certification for Certified Trainer track across the geographies that we operate.
Dr. De Bono is passionate about teaching children how to think. His world-famous CORT program teaches children as well as young adults critical and creative thinking.
Now, most of our traditions of thinking are based on recognition, recognizing a standard situation, providing a standard answer. That's all, in a sense, backward-looking thinking. It's very useful, just as the front left wheel of a motor car is very useful, but it's not enough. The thinking we're not so good at is the forward-looking thinking, designing a way forward. How do we think forward? And that requires the ability to expand our perception. It requires our ability to design ways forward, our ability to look at values. All those are quite separate from our normal traditions of thinking, which are based on recognition, standard situation, standard answer. So thinking is a skill which can be taught, needs to be taught. If we do not teach thinking, we do not make the best use of the brains of the people we employ. The brains of these people are an asset which is generally underused.
Recently, Dr. Edward de Bono gave quick 1-minute summaries on some critical issues that confront us, like conflict resolution, negotiating, time management, failure, and so on.
There is success and there is failure. Failure is where we set out to do something and do not succeed. So if that's where we want to go and we get there, that is success. If we set out to get there and we don't get there, that is failure. It may be that we do get there, but we find it didn't have much value after all. Then there is another type of failure where we set out to get somewhere, but something happens which we could not predict and over which we have no control, and we also call that a failure. But it isn't really a failure, it's a venture which was fully justified, but for various reasons did not succeed. And because in language we don't have a word to describe a fully justified venture which did not succeed, then many people are unwilling to set out and try new ventures, because if they don't succeed, it'll be called a failure and it will be held against them, whereas it was a fully justified venture which did not succeed.
We provide tools that have a direct impact to people's lives on a daily basis. It makes meetings more productive. It helps people do out-of-the-box thinking, and it helps you be receptive to other people's views. We at Ideas look forward to providing support to your efforts. We have other solutions as well, like John Adair's Action-Centered Leadership, Balanced Scorecards, Six Sigma, strategy maps, Ken Blanchard initiatives that can add value to your business.
We at Ideas Management Consultants have partnered with the best corporations around the world and introduced Dr. Edward de Bono's tools and methodologies with astounding success. We would like to be part of your success story. Do let us know how we can help.
Get with this, stay with it, make it happen.